Gang, gang, is this happening? Are we at work here? I'll certainly never know. I can't. Okay, let's go. See if we can get Chris. Let's cross our fingers. Right now, I'm waiting for him to join. Atta boy, atta boy.
Yeah,
It simply didn't like you having control of the sesh.
it sure didn't. Hey, oh, hold on. Let me
What are you working on?
Whoa. Is that 3D sound or what? Can
I
you hear me?
wouldn't say that, Chris.
Oh, okay. Yeah, great. Fuck. Um, so I'm coming to you from the dark and dingy brown office. You're out there on what looks to be a beautiful lagoon.
Chris, I am because of yesterday,
There's a little more light.
because of last week's miserable reception
Yes.
in my Miami apartment.
Yeah.
I decided to go out where nobody else's feeds could interfere. Came out to the Everglades, 100 miles from the nearest person, and I think my feed is going to be really clean.
Well, I don't think it's what the Geek Squad over at Best Buy would have recommended, but it seems to have worked.
Chris, that's why they work at the Best Buy Geek Squad counter, and
Nothing wrong with
I
that. Nothing wrong with
and
that.
and oh, well, but Chris, I head the Geek Squad's corporate, uh, you know, system. So they're superior technically.
That's incredible. I had
Yeah,
no idea that you were qualified in that manner with the
oh yeah.
technical stuff.
I mean, I'm very intuitive with it.
Hmm.
I don't
Hmm.
I don't I couldn't tell you how I fix these problems, but
Yes.
every time, one way or another, that machine will bend to my will.
Yeah.
Or
Or
suffer the consequences.
well,
Very often machines suffer the
sometimes,
consequences.
sometimes just physically, it bends to your will,
Yeah.
which
Oh
is
yeah.
not official Geek Squad policy, as far as I understand it. But you get away with it because you're very charming
Top of the food
leader.
chain.
Yeah, it's sort
Well,
of a cult leader type
also
situation.
my dad has a lot of influence with the higher ups there.
Oh,
So I have a plush office
that is
over at
nice.
Best Buy Central in Hialeah, Florida.
Now, I didn't know that's where they're out of. Is that right?
They have a little outpost there now. My
Yeah.
dad pulled some strings.
Shameful nepotism, but I do admire the way that you don't seem to feel any
Do I
particular
do I
shame
yeah, do
about it.
I seem ashamed? So no, there's no
No,
shame in that, I say.
I guess, I mean, not in that particular instance of it, anyway. N None felt on your end.
Right.
History will have to be the judge, but yeah. So what are you drinking this week? Your cocktail, I'm taking baby steps. I just repeated last week's Manhattan. What are you having this week?
Mine is what I call a Johnny Depp, because when you start out, it's delightful and
Okay.
refreshing change of pace,
Yeah.
but by the end you'll find it's a real, you know, bit of dumpster drainage
By the end, you'll be settling your differences with it in court.
in a court of law. Yeah.
That's that's well, we'll definitely publish the recipe for that
Sure. Oh
later
yeah.
this evening after we get through the live stream. So the big news today, obviously, we've got a few pieces. Let me just see if I can. Does this get any brighter? Oh yeah, I've got a light over here that I can. That, you can see me. I just feel so dwarfed by your beautiful natural light. I've got about 16 different sources of electrical light in here, but they simply cannot hold up to what Mama Sunshine is producing down there in Miami, Florida.
Oh, it's actually long after sunset here. I just
Oh,
I set my f-stop real wide open. So
you
you're
got to
just
teach me how to do that.
yeah,
That's more
I'm
that
just
Geek
sucking
Squad
up a lot of
stuff.
moonlight here.
Golly.
So much so that it's affecting my need for sunglasses.
I
In
see
fact,
that.
well, the lumens coming off of my iPhone are, you know, eye blistering. So
Literally, yeah, could literally blind a man not
yeah.
wearing sunglasses. And that's a new iPhone 12 feature, right? That's
Oh
pretty,
God, yeah.
yeah.
I suspect that the 13 is gonna recorrect for that. It's good on paper.
It reminds me of Einstein's quote about World War IV. Do you remember this? He
Where he said it
says,
will be waged on iPhones.
yeah, yeah, he said he didn't know what World War III would be fought with, but he knows that World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. And that's sort of, I think that's where we're headed with the iPhone race.
With
Um,
the missile.
so, so we have an incredible live stream today.
Mm.
We have a lot lined up. You've been working your acoustic guitar all day, so you're all rehearsed.
Yeah,
We've got a couple of bits, obviously. Uh, Perhaps most excitingly, we have Scott Storch, Canadian super
producer.
producer.
Yeah,
Yes, Scott Storch is going to be here. A lot of people were, their eyebrows hit the roof when they saw
practically
him.
shot past their hairline. Yeah,
Yeah, when they saw him in our new video for Fault Lines. Uh, he is actually an old friend of ours. We've never managed to work with him before, but yeah, it was pretty exciting to get him for the Fault Lines video, and then we were actually perhaps equally thrilled that he agreed to um, come and join us for this live stream. He's actually here in my apartment in New York
wow.
City
Just
right now.
waiting in
He's
the wings.
he's tearing up the bar. Uh, Let me just tell you that. And we're waiting to. I think he insisted on that we would hire a stylist and a makeup artist
Oh boy.
if
Well,
he was going to do the We Are Scientists live stream.
it sounds like he could be a wild then. So should I?
I mean, he's definitely he's one of those guys who, and you know this about him, but he's both ready at any moment, but also he's never going to be ready if we wait for him. But yes, I think we should go about our business. He's certainly occupied right now. When I last saw him, he was actually, I said he was at the bar. He is emptying out the bar, but he was eating a cold can of black beans from Trader Joe's.
Wait, did he bring those or he
No, no,
foraged your?
it was in my cupboard.
Gotcha.
But I mean, we offered to make him some food or something. He was just eating these. He found these cold beans, opened them himself. He did bring a can opener because he didn't.
Wow.
I mean, I have one, but he didn't. Man, he didn't look for it or
A
find it.
great
He had.
a great producer brings his own tools. You know what I mean? Into the
I,
room, into
yeah,
any production.
and yeah, and that applies not just to musical tools apparently
Yeah.
with Scott Storch. So we'll have him on later, but in the meantime, we have all kinds of other stuff
Yeah, I mean,
to
it
entertain you guys with.
sounds to me like you're in a whirlwind of action over there, and that's part of why I just I had to get out of New York City for a little while, come
Mm,
down here, come to this lagoon, my favorite. This is like my safe space, where I just come for
yeah.
a little serenity. I come mainly for the fishing. I'm an avid
Oh,
fisherman.
I did know that. Yes.
And the thing about fishing is it's not like about what you catch. It's just about spending the time out here,
Mm,
uh, you know, communing with nature,
well said.
doing a little night fishing out here.
Yes.
So I said, it looks bright to you, but yeah. So let's not worry about what I'm catching. We're here, for fishing. You like to just sit out, have a cocktail, and
Delicious.
chat with your friends. So that's what I do. Tell some stories or whatever.
Amen. Amen.
It's a good way. Fishing is a good way to like get some time with your dad.
Hmm.
Um, and when I say your dad, I mean your dad. I've spent a lot of time
Oh,
fishing with Dr. Steve Kane, and
really?
he's a great storyteller out on the fishing boat. You must know this. You've been fishing with Dr. Steve Kane, right? No?
No, he's actually never taken me
Hold on.
fishing.
I got a bite. Just hold on one
Oh,
second. Let's see what I got here. All right. Looks like
oh
probably here's
wow.
it. This is gonna be a perch. I think maybe a perch or a walleye.
Ooh,
Could be a some sort of
God.
trout, but pretty small fella. So I'm throwing this
Yeah.
boy back. Throwing this
Oh,
boy
you
back.
throw it back.
It's
Okay.
not. Yeah.
Is he gonna be okay?
Oh no. As I was throwing him, I got two fingers in the gills, and I kind of cleaned him as he went out
Ah,
there. But
ah.
yeah,
So
but
that's chum at this point.
he's
Be
no chum of
careful.
mine, Chris. So
Very
as
good.
I said,
Very good.
Dr. Steve Kane, full of fishing stories.
Yes.
Uh, he was telling me about this one old fishing tale when
Okay.
he was out on the water with his friend, another colonel, I guess, in the military branch he was in. I don't know
Okay.
which what
The
are
army.
we're,
That was the army. Yeah.
but are colonels an army? I
I
don't know.
think they have colonels in the army. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he was with his friend Colonel Kurtz, and we're just out cruising up some
Kurtz.
some Vietnamese thoroughfare, catching. Hold on, got another catch over here. See what's in the
Oh.
over here.
Oh, what'd you get?
This is gonna
Oh,
be
wow.
an alligator gar or a trout, maybe some sort of trout animal.
Huh.
It's gonna be a maybe
Yeah. I
another
don't know.
walleye or a perch.
I don't know
Walleye,
fish very well.
perch, yeah. No, right. All I know is this guy's too small. He's getting thrown back.
Get
Getting
him
thrown
out of
back.
there.
He's out
Yeah,
of here.
get him out of there.
Uh, anyway, as I said, your your dad.
Yeah, my dad never told me these stories.
Well, he must have when you guys went fishing all the time.
He
He
never
must
took
have.
me fishing. I'm saying he never took me fishing.
Oh, not you mean like not hundreds of times as he and
No.
I have, or
Yeah, definitely not hundreds of times.
okay? Because another good. Your dad does a lot of good army stories. Your dad was telling me
Yes.
this story about this time he or a friend of his, I don't know,
Uh-huh.
were asked to test this new AI driven stealth bomber, and boy, I'll tell you what, that puppy got struck by lightning.
Wait.
Got a mind of its own. He had to ground it or befriend it. I forget how the story ended. Hold on. Looks like I got a bite, Chris. I got a bite. Let's see what see what I'm dealing with here.
I feel like
So
I
they
would
got
have
in here.
heard that story.
Looks like I
Oh, you caught a little garbage.
looks like garbage, Chris. Garbage
Uh,
nothing. Looks
I
like
don't
what I'm holding here is a hardback copy, and yes, it's missing its dust jacket, but it looks like I got Marilyn Manson's autobiography,
Oh,
The
wow.
Long Hard Road Out of Hell.
Holy smokes.
Now
I
it
wonder how
doesn't.
many copies of that are floating around in the Everglades.
Yeah, you probably don't want to know. And unfortunately, because it doesn't have the dust jacket on it, I'm throwing it back.
It's
I'm
not
throwing
worth
this one back.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
throwing
worth
that
a
one back.
thing.
Throwing that one back. Throwing that one back.
Wait, you should have made sure it wasn't signed.
No, it was. It was. So no resale value. You can't return that.
Yeah, you ruined it.
Yeah.
You ruined it. God.
So, so anyway, Dr. Steve Kane was telling me about this other time. He and some
Okay.
boys, and this was, I mean, I probably shouldn't be telling tales out of school. This sounds like it was a bit of a black ops mission. He and the boys went
Okay.
down to, I think, Colombia, a South American nation. Anyway, they were way
What?
off the grid
Wow.
yeah, to intercede with some like drug runners or something. But
What
Chris,
the fuck?
yeah, and they apparently blew the whole place to hell. But that's not even the half of the story. Turns out they thought they were the hunters. Ends up they were the hunters became the hunted. There was some sort of guy out there, some 8 foot, 9 foot mandible dude out there hunting these Green Beret Army guys. I don't know, does this army have Green Beret or and they were taking laser shots. Turns out your
Nine
dad,
foot dude.
yeah, he had this, he had machinery that allowed him to use thermal vision. Turns out your dad had to cover himself in a cool mud before he could get him with, I guess, like a heavy log. The story, to me, it sounds like the story ends with a whimper rather than a bang. He killed him with a log or something. I don't know. Anyway,
Wait.
Chris, looks like I got a bite. Hold on, let's see what I got. Let's see what I got. Let's see what
Okay.
ah, okay.
Oh, that's a keeper.
Looks like what I'm dealing with here is a nice Cabernet Sauvignon. It's 2017, so it hasn't exactly aged out here. And
Very nice.
it's been in the swamp, so it's going to be at at 98, 99 degree
Ooh,
room temp. So
yikes.
I also can't really get into it now, but I might actually. Oh, hold on.
You might as well try it.
Hold on, I'm getting another bite. I'm
Oh,
getting another. Let's see what I
okay.
got. Chris, looks like I got a Brookstone automatic bottle opener in that catch.
Mm.
Let's see if I can't put that to
Wow.
use.
That
See if
is
I can't
lucky.
put that to use.
Holy smokes. What are the
Okay,
chances of that?
we're good to go. I'm gonna. Yeah, it seems like it's actually a pretty good.
It held up?
Yeah, I'll let you.
Maybe the high temperature accelerated the bacterial what have you, and then the bottle really came to flower.
I read where that happens. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's common enough, right?
it's actually a very nice vintage and temperature. I'm actually going to take to heating my wines from here on out.
And do I hear correctly that you're drinking it on ice?
Well, yeah, that's what I had going. It's
Straight out
don't
of
worry,
the
it's going to melt
yeah.
that. I mean, the thing is, I like my wine hot, but also watered down. So
Well, you want it hot out of the bottle, but then you want it right onto a bed of ice, if possible. That's how that's how I think European royalty used to do it. That's how French royalty, Louis, and so forth. Those guys used to put it straight out of the heat into ice. That, of course, was glacier ice that had to be transported from the
yeah,
mountains of France or
I was going to say,
Switzerland.
even just having that ice was a sign of wealth and affluence. So quite an indulgence. And
Turns out, though, they weren't just doing it for that reason. It is actually delicious,
I
right?
mean, it's just the way I was taught, so I'm used to it.
Uh, I gotta ask
Yeah.
about some of these stories my dad told you.
Oh, yeah.
They rang a few bells.
I mean, remember, he and I, this is over the span of 15, 20 years I've been fishing with your dad,
Yeah,
once or twice a month. And we drink a
I gotta,
lot.
I gotta say though, Keith. I mean, you're familiar with the idea of a fishing tail.
Fishtail, yeah, fishtail.
Yeah.
It's a great
Uh,
pinball machine, if that's what you're
well, listen.
referencing.
I think my dad might, initially I took a little bit of umbrage because I hadn't heard some of these stories, and I'm his son, right?
Yeah.
But I noticed some similarities between some of those stories and some popular Hollywood films.
I mean, your dad has a lot of Hollywood stories too of his time,
Well,
cranking out
those
pages with the boys.
right, those he is into he likes
Patty
movies.
Chayefsky said your dad was the Patty Chayefsky of Hollywood. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this is a story your dad told me.
All right. Well, I just I don't know how long it's been since you watched Predator and Stealth and a
Yeah,
couple of these other films, but
some of my favorites.
well, you got to admit there's a pretty remarkable similarity between those films and my dad's old war stories.
I don't think I like what you're insinuating, Chris. I'm gonna redirect to a song, if you don't mind.
All right, let me get the video set up. I've put together something really special for you. Okay, one second here.
Oh, I think I like where this is going already.
Now that's the opening frame. I don't want to give anything away, but let me back this up a little bit. We want to get just the right framing here.
Yeah, please. Don't half-ass this, buddy.
Well, any film professional from the film world
As your
will tell
dad has
you,
told you, I'm sure.
yeah, whether it be the cinematographer, the director, or the editor, will tell you that the framing of the image is, if not everything, pretty important. Pretty
Yeah,
important.
I actually read where the coward David Fincher now shoots all of his scenes like with an extra 100, 130 feet of space on either side, on any side of the shot, on the periphery of the shot. He zooms in later digitally, just because the idea of framing in the room horrifies him to no end, Chris. He's no pro like you.
I suspect that's true.
All right, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right. I may have done this one in the live stream before, but you know what? I'm only getting better at it.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. We'll find out. I guess we'll find out. Everything I know, you know. There's nothing left here to decode. So put away all overview. Just to prove that this me exactly what they need. I don't know what makes this hard. Got yourself how great things are. You confuse sincerity, pointing out the tragedy in every little thing. Show me where it goes. Show me where it goes. You know. No, it's just not enough. But all of this keeps flowing up. Deficit don't make us know. I guess this is the way we choose to keep ourselves amused. Show me where it goes. Show me where it goes. We're going over the same things, so I will say it again. After so many things seem simple, don't affect you at all. Show me where it goes. Show me where it goes. Show me where it goes. Whew.
Okay, you sure? Get the
Me?
fuck out of my way. Come
Me?
on.
Ah.
Get the fuck out of my way.
Oh God. Oh, Scott. Mr.
Keith
Scott
Murray.
Storch. I didn't.
Holy shit.
I,
Holy
I
shit.
didn't realize you were just gonna pop right up
Uh,
like this.
oh yeah,
Sorry.
he wanted to do a big intro. Your buddy Chris wanted to do a big intro. I said, "Hey, I think I'm well enough known. I don't need a fucking intro." Right?
I just, yeah. I mean, whew, yeah. I needed a minute to regroup. I'm a
Yeah.
little now. I'm a little embarrassed to have just performed in front of one of the great producers of our time. If I had known you were privy to that, thankfully I didn't know, because had I been aware, I probably would have flubbed a lot more than I had. You have any notes for me on that performance or song or?
Any notes? Don't quit your day job, buddy. Don't quit your
Come
day
on,
job.
this is my day job. This is
Oh
my day
shit.
job, man.
Shit's sake. For
Wait,
shit's
so
sake,
wait,
eh?
but so wait, so in that case, do you mean it's apt that I'm a musician for a living? Thank you. Don't quit,
I don't know.
miss.
I don't know what apt or what have you means, but I do know that you have a long way to go, my friend. You have a long way to go, and it's always a displeasure to watch you do your thing. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on.
I mean that as a friend.
But
I do like having a drink with you, but I do not get it. I gotta say, I do not get how you guys are able to continue to do this somehow
if,
professionally.
now, I mean, look, I know that part of being a good producer is not letting the artist half-ass it, sort of
Huh?
calling them when you sense they're being lazy. But I mean,
Of
this is
course.
Chris. I'm just Scott. I mean, Scott, producer Scott Storch. I'm
Please, call me Scott.
I'm, sorry, I was appealing to Chris, who I suspect is just off screen.
Oh,
I I'm just playing a little acoustic guitar here. There's nothing that consequential about it. I'm performing.
yeah.
This is ephemeral.
Uh-huh. I gotta adjust my barbiche. Excuse me. Um, Listen, buddy, I'm not here to give free advice.
Fair enough. Fair
I
enough. You get paid
I
for this.
came
That's true.
Yeah, I came on your podcast here or whatever it is because
Mm.
I've got a product
Mm.
I wanted to try to sell to your
Okay.
listeners or
You're,
whatever.
you're being a little ham-handed about this. I mean, should we uh, look? And I know Scott Storch is a household name. Should we introduce you to our viewership? And just, I would like to point out, and please don't take this the wrong way.
Sorry,
Um,
my jaw is
yeah,
just
just give your jaw an
sore.
adjustment anytime.
I I
I
I
have
box.
TMJ myself, so.
I box.
But so there is another super producer, Scott Storch. We should point out you are a different one. You're the Canadian Scott
Oh
Storch.
yeah. I'm Scott Storch from Saskatchewan,
Mm-hmm.
Saskatoon. There is
Are
another
those
Scott.
there's two different places? Or are you refining
I'm
the
sorry,
location?
are you joking?
Yeah, I guess.
Saskatoon is the largest town in the province of Saskatchewan.
Okay, so you're drilling. You're just drilling down to the fine bits
I wouldn't
in
call
this
that the
case.
fine bits, no. Saskatchewan is a province in the country to the north of you,
No, I
Canada.
got it. No, I know. I'm aware that I was just trying. I was as a
I'm a little.
interlocutor. I'm trying to.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So let's talk about the other Scott Storch, who was a remarkable producer,
Please.
an incredible guy.
Are you guys
He
friends? Have you come? Have you
I
worked with him before? Is that
listen.
confusing?
I've met him. He's wonderful. He's incredible.
You know,
I'm actually
He's a Miami guy. He worked
That's right.
extensively down here.
That's right. He's from Miami. I am actually named. My parents named me for Scott Storch.
Hmm. Uh, sorry. How? Well, say, I mean, he's in his early 40s, I believe, mid early 40s. How old are you?
That's
Sorry.
right.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 25. I mean, I was born in 1995, and I remember even in my early years,
That
my
checks
parents
out.
were always playing Storch's stuff, like the Roots, Chili Peppers, all kinds of stuff, and so they named me. They took off one of the T's, so we would always be able to tell each other apart because it was going to be clear that we were like they knew
On credits,
from
yeah, on credits, you want to make
from
sure.
the time,
Or in
yeah,
Grammy listings, you want to know which Scott Storch it is. They could
that's
just write
right.
Canadian Scott Storch in the Grammy
Yeah,
listings.
I often do go by Canadian Scott Storch, but there was a period there where Scott Storch himself was pretending to be Canadian because my career was more, and his
Hey,
was kind of
for whatever reason, he was insinuating he was Canadian. We can draw our own conclusions
shit's
about that.
sake, shit's sake.
Wait, so you mentioned, now that we've gotten formalities out of the way, you mentioned you're shilling some product via
Sorry, my
our live
jaw,
stream. Yeah, it
my
must hurt.
jaw.
You are always grinding your jaw. What should we intuit anything from your?
Well, well, I've got tetanus.
Oh God, that isn't what I would have intuited, frankly.
No,
I
I've
don't know
got
whether to be
tetanus.
relieved or more concerned for you.
Yeah. No, it's fine. My doctors say it's fine. And by the way, we do actually have doctors up here in Canada, unlike you in the United States, where you'll just allow gators to chomp on your bones when you go to the emergency room.
I mean, allowing them to and conceding that they will are different things.
Listen, here's what I came on here to tell you about is I've got a new project where this is a new product that I've been hawking on late night TV mostly, but it can't hurt to tell your fans about it. This is a
Yeah, I get.
Canadian Canadian music
I'm up with you.
project,
Yeah.
Canadian music project, and we've got all the great Canadian creators involved, and we've got a lot of people, especially down there in the United States. I know you guys assume you invented everything,
I mean,
right? Right.
look, we invented a lot of things. Can't take that from us.
Almost everybody you guys like is either from Canada or from somewhere or from Europe or something. But it's not very little American culture. It actually originates in America. Saskatchewan, for example, so we call it the Saskatch, right?
Yeah, fine.
You familiar with that phrase?
Just
The phrase
for expediency,
the
I'll increase
Saskatch, right?
the Saskatch.
Yeah, or just Saskatch.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah, actually, they've started to call it lately. Just in the last year or so, they call it Saskat
Okay. Is that
after me. Yeah, that's after
oh
me.
after you?
Yeah, Saskat, which is great.
When
What an honor, right?
when
What, but
when
seems about right. It seems about right.
when Storch like more make it clearer who they were fetting with that?
It might make it less. It would make
So
it less
Storch.
clear. It would make it less clear because Storch sounds like Scatch more than it sounds like Scott.
All right. Anyway, so what is it you're trying? If we could just get get to the pitch on this thing.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, please,
Let me ask
please.
you a question that a lot of people don't answer right, and so I won't be upset if you don't, but I'm gonna be. I do like you, and I like your friend Chris wherever he is. I asked him to get me another can of beans, but I I will be surprised if you answer this correctly. Let me ask you what these people have in common. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Van Wilder,
Okay.
Alanis,
Morissette.
yes, Brian Adams, Jay-Z, the guys from Metallica, Grimes, Dr.
Yeah.
Seuss,
Mm-hmm.
the economist Milton Friedman, Bill Clinton, Steven Spielberg, Usain Bolt. You see where I'm going with this?
No, frankly, no.
All Saskatchewan.
Wait a minute. What do you mean all Saskatchewan? Like they've been
This
to
is
Saskatchewan?
born, born and raised in Saskatchewan.
I mean, I don't think that's true.
What the fuck are you talking about? How do you know?
I'm just going like, for example, I mean, Bill Clinton, an American president, can't have been born outside of the United States.
Oh,
Usain Bolt,
you
Usain
sound
Bolt.
like Trump. You sound like a never birther.
No, okay.
Is that
Uh,
what you're doing now?
Wait, that's I don't
You
even. I'm
really
not
wanna
sure. I'm not sure I agree with that policy.
you
I'm just
really
telling
wanna
you,
get in on that?
Chris. I'm just a constitutionalist. I
Trust
don't.
me. Hey?
I
Trust me.
I describe. I don't prescribe with, with my constitutional interpretations.
Maybe that one's wrong, but it's very
I'm a
easy.
Kavanaugh. I'm not a Ginsburg, buddy. I
Shit
just tell you what it
sake.
says.
Shit sake.
Wait, so what are you selling again?
I've got a compilation.
Of what? Wait, is Bill Clinton a contributor to your compilation?
Yes.
What does he
Yes,
do
he
on this
does
compilation?
saxophone.
What does Usain Bolt do on your compilation? What
He
does that
sings.
economist Jesse Friedberger do?
Milton Friedman.
Right.
He's he's dead. We got him. We licensed his image.
But for the compilation,
You're damn right for the compilation.
how is this? Wait, what format is this compilation available in?
Streaming.
Like a visual stream? What is it a compilation? Sorry, if we can back up, what's it a compilation of?
Every like you name it. Visual, audio,
It's a multimedia compilation.
yes, image, clothing
Eco-
line.
economic tracts
We're doing jewelry.
by who?
Saskatchewan.
No,
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Are you listening to me?
I'm trying. Honestly, I'm doing my best. I'm listening. I guess I'm not hearing, to be honest.
Another one of these.
Oh, God.
Um, listen, I think my reputation precedes myself.
What?
I don't have a lot to prove. I mean, you know my credits. Have you
No, of course I
introduced?
do. But I'm just trying to, for the sake of our viewership, whose very dollars are going to be put into play, or pounds or whatever. Again, I'm trying not to be, a merocentric.
Yeah.
But what is what is this compilation? Do you have any clips from it or any paraphernalia you can show? Any jewelry that you might demonstrate? Is it a box? Is it like a one of those gift box things that like once a month
I
it'll stream to you? I'm not sure.
got a piece of jewelry that I can demonstrate to you. You see this? You
It's
see
very
this,
nice.
right?
Yeah, yeah. That's glorious.
This belonged to Charlemagne.
Right, okay.
800 AD.
Yeah. No. What is that part of the gift box?
It's not part of the gift box. I I don't fuck around.
I know.
Okay?
And
I
that's
don't
and
fuck around.
no, I got it, Scott,
That's
Mr.
my
Storch.
secret.
I
That's my secret. Listen, okay. Oh, no, we haven't started. We haven't started the compilation project yet. So I don't have
oh,
anything I can show you except that you know me. I am only the best. And then there's, the rest.
Right.
Listen,
No, I understand the
listen,
delineation.
listen. Okay, because a lot of people say Scott Storch. Oh, very cool, and then they realize they're thinking of the Miami Scott Storch, and then they're
Yeah.
like, "Who's this Canadian Scott Storch?" And that, yes, I do not have the manifold credits yet. Remember, I'm 25 years old.
Sure.
But I tell you this. I tell
Well,
you this.
sorry,
Wait.
if I could just, oh,
Oh,
please, please.
well, listen. I My influence has already been felt to a degree that a lot of people, I think, don't appreciate, okay? The Weeknd. You ever heard of a little artist called The Weeknd?
Sure. Grammy snubbed The Weekend. Yeah.
Took his sound from me. Drake got his sound from me.
Now,
Okay.
did you work on
Cool.
songs by these guys or?
I didn't need to. I send out my mixtapes. I get my stuff at sort of the back end on the label side, and then these guys hear it and they say, "I like what I hear. This is what I'm going to try to pursue." So that's why you hear Grime doing the same thing. You hear Tyler Swift. You hear Ariana Grande. You hear William Eilish, Billie Eilish.
uh, I mean, there's some other quibbles I have with that, but I mean, no, those artists don't all necessarily like Drake. Doesn't sound like Ariana Grande. What are they pinching from you? How's your how's your jaw going over there?
It's still sore. I box. I box.
That's how you stay fit. But so now you mentioned that, and I apologize. I almost called him real Scott Storch, other Scott Storch.
Scott
At
Storch,
one
damn
point,
you. It's okay. I'll tell you what, by the time I'm 40, I will have
right.
easily overtaken that Scott Storch.
But I mean, you mentioned that at one point he had taken to trying to convince people he was you, the Canadian Scott Storch. What work was
Yes.
he trying to
Yeah.
claim as his own? Who had you who had you worked with?
I had done a project. I had done a project with Grimes, and and Scott Storch, the other one, my namesake, who I revere him.
Uh,
He edged in on it. He edged in on it because an interviewer asked him, I saw your name on this song. We didn't know you had worked with him, with her, with Grimes, and he said, "Yes, that was me," but it wasn't. It was this. It was this Scott Storch. So,
well, it's honestly, it's been an honor having you. If you could tell our viewership where they can buy your compilation. Wait, and you mentioned maybe Grimes is on this compilation?
we've got everyone. We have Grimes. We have
Alanis, you
Usain
mentioned?
Bolt. We have Alanis
St.
Morissette.
Bolt
We
is
have
in there.
Brian Adams, Steven Spielberg, we have Dr. Seuss.
Sorry. And
It's
again, this is how is this transfer once currency is how are you what will our what will our viewers receive in exchange?
I mean, my policy, and this is what I said from the beginning. It has to be customer first because as artists,
It's customer
we are
driven, yeah.
we are satisfying a need. Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's I think I taught you this.
And
Um,
thank you for that.
you're welcome. Um, it's there, it's easier for me to quickly list the formats that you can't get this
That
compilation
doesn't
in. So,
seem fine. Please proceed.
a Photoshop document, uh,
Okay.
an Adobe Flash file, and that's actually it. I mean, you can get it.
Yes.
I might be misremembering. I might, yeah, it's possible I'm misremembering. I don't know. I think we pretty much have everything else covered. That was part of my deal with them.
With who? Oh, Alanis and Dr. Seuss.
Oh, no, no, the distributor,
Oh, who? Sorry, who's it distributed via?
the United Nations.
Wow. Damn. Well, Dr. Storch,
Ah, ah,
I
ah.
think I'm gonna play us out.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
have any?
Well,
Do you have any notes for ways to improve on the earlier performance from today?
oh, actually, I did want to share with you one
Oh,
thing before
please,
you play your
please.
song.
Yeah, yeah, please.
Uh, Chris told me that he normally gives you a like a slideshow,
Yeah,
and so
visual accompaniment. Yeah.
so I put together a slideshow to teach you a couple of Saskatchewan sayings.
Oh, thanks. That's. Should I play over this or?
No, this is just a quick. I wanted you to learn five of my favorite sayings
Oh,
from Saskatchewan.
please, please. I'm putting this down.
I mean, this will just take a second. I think you'll pick this up pretty quickly.
Give me
These
some.
are, I don't know if your fans are very verbal or if they understand like
I think
sayings and stuff.
they learn visually, so this should be.
All right, so these are my favorite sayings from Saskatchewan, which a lot of people have not heard. Kick the pumpkin.
Now, what's that mean? What's that going to mean if I use it?
That's where
Is
you,
that a raccoon? What is that?
that's a porcupine. Those are
Mm,
common in Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
That's, you kick it when you see it.
Now, okay, so just because there was a football
Yep.
player about to kick him, that doesn't mean it's a sport, right? It's just a,
No, I
a
did that as
practice.
a, I did that. Chris helped me with the slideshow, and so I thought it'd be funny if it were a football player.
It gets the
And,
message through. Got it.
and
Got it.
instead of a regular guy on Main Street in Saskatoon.
That's Snoozeville. You've got a flair for the
Yeah,
performative. So
I had him download a picture of the football player. So this one, can't hustle the muscle.
that just says can't hustle muscle. Can't hustle
Can't
the
hustle
muscle.
muscle. We sometimes say muscle, sometimes say the muscle, but it's basically the idea that all the stuff that's worth working for, which especially muscle, you cannot take any shortcuts. You understand?
Yeah, that makes sense. I have a question.
Like you have, yeah.
It just going back. Do you call porcupines pumpkins in Saskatchewan?
Oh
If you
yeah,
see one crossing the street, you're like, check out that bristly pumpkin.
yeah. We call them pumpkins,
Check out the quills on that pumpkin.
and we also use them in pies and on Halloween.
Sorry, what's that?
Well, we use them instead of pumpkins. We don't have pumpkins up in Saskatchewan, so we do use uh, porcupines.
I'm
So,
I'm I'm learning. So that's one thing I love about the We Are Scientists live stream is I always learn so much.
of course, I mean, that's the only reason I agreed to be on here. Ha, kidding,
So
obviously. I've never watched your stupid way.
talk me through hosing down the beach.
Hosing down the beach. Okay, it's probably better for me to just show you. I mean, the idea is that if you are if you are hosing down the beach, you might be wasting your time, right? Because
Hmm.
there's already a water source right there. So I'll show you. Oh, what the hell? Looks
We
like
censored
he.
we censored you.
It looks like Chris put a little box on there.
Yeah, we
Isn't
can't.
this? This is on Instagram. Is there? Is that
Look,
really a problem?
just because you can show something doesn't mean we want to,
All
Mr.
right.
Storch.
Well,
We're a family program.
all right. I can't say I find that very artistically coherent of you guys.
That's why we're on at 4 p.m. Eastern time so that kids at elementary school can tune in.
Well, that was a big, beautiful hog
They don't need who
that
can I
I
ask can I
chose,
ask
that
who
I
your model
chose
was?
from my files. I don't remember his name. He was a good friend. All right, next saying.
Okay.
She could grind a moose's antlers to powder.
What's that? How are you gonna use that?
I'll show you. What the fuck? What the
Look, I haven't seen any of these photos, but I'm assuming that
son of a
anything
bitch?
below the chin on her is going to be foul, will
Ah,
befoul our viewers.
it's a
Why don't you just
specific
describe? Why don't,
act
why
that
don't you
I
just
don't.
describe what it means? You don't have to show us,
Well,
you know, questionably. Uh,
it's a
oh,
certain kind of lady that, has a certain allotment of, God damn it. That's why
you
I
just mean
got my
like
photos out.
so? Just that would just you would use that to describe a voluptuous woman, I guess. You don't need to show us a photo of it.
Oh, a voluptuous woman wouldn't even know what to do with an antler powder.
What? Wait, that phrase suggests that they use an implement to powder the antlers.
Yeah.
But that, I mean,
Congratulations, genius.
couldn't anyone
Right.
grind an antler to powder if they had this powdering
No,
grinder?
no, not this grinder.
I don't. Okay, let's move on.
Give it hard, take quick.
What's that going to mean? Don't show a photo of this. Just tell us.
Honestly, I prefer to show a photo of this because it's just a lot quicker to explain. What the fuck? Jesus, what
Look,
the
I
fuck
can't
is going on
imagine.
here?
Is this one
Why?
also from your personal
This
files?
is bullshit.
Look,
I put together, I spent, you know, an hour earlier putting this slideshow together with your people, with Chris and what's her name, and that kid, and this is crazy. You're telling me that, okay, how do I reverse this? You're
look,
telling
this
me
is like.
you're telling me this is supposed to explain,
I mean, maybe
give
you
it
could just.
hard, take it quick?
You should describe to us. Look, there are just some things we're not. We're a
Oh,
business. Your First Amendment rights actually really don't apply with our private business. So if you could just tell us what each of
oh,
those first responders is
you guys are doing a
committing to the
great
other.
job of stifling art. I tell you what. Oh, you want me to explain it to you? Okay, give it hard, take it quick. That's the explanation. Okay, what
Why
the
don't we move on?
fuck?
I'm assuming that not all of these need to be uh,
Oops. What?
censored. Yep, we saw it. We know about
What? I
her.
don't know how to.
She
Yep.
has she has an
There
allotment.
we,
So
there we go. What's this one? Oh, this is. Oh, I did a second. I
that was
did a
gonna. You were
second
gonna expound on how you could use "give it hard, take it."
unbelievable.
Do you want to describe what's underneath that censored square?
I forgot I did 2 slides for.
Give it hard, take it quick. Yeah, I got it.
Unbelievable. You know what? if this is what Chris thinks is an appropriate illustration of my hard work, this is insane.
I think he's just trying to
That's just gonna have to
contain.
stand. I. Oh my God. You guys, honestly, my best advice is get out of America because you guys are doing bad work and you are stifled by your own prude nature.
To
Give it
Saskatchewan,
hard,
then.
take it quick.
I still don't know what that means. Your visual didn't illuminate.
Well, everybody listening from Saskatchewan is nodding their head, shaking their fist, smashing beers against other beers because this is insane. And I've never actually, I'll tell you what, I've had my work turned down by cowardly labels before. I've never been censored.
Well,
So congratulations.
look,
Congratulations.
we there. One thing about our live stream is that it's highly professional and it appeals to all. So, look, if we have to create some boundaries to maintain that, so hey, so be it, Scott. You're a genius. You know, you operate on a plane beyond, what we as
Yeah.
scientists
Yeah.
struggle within. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, I accept your apology. I do love you guys.
and we thank you
I
for
love,
appearing in our Fault Lines video.
I'm just wondering where my can of beans is.
There ought to be another can of beans coming any minute now.
I do hope that's true. I do hope that's true. Are you going to, oh yeah.
I was going to say you
What were you,
should make sure not to depart as soon as you get your can of beans, because I'm going to. Last week, I'm sure you weren't watching. Last week, my apartment in Miami, I just moved in. The Wi-Fi was very poor, and my performance of our new song "Fault Lines" was made a hash of by the ethosphere. So I'm going to
oh, it
perform
was
it
the
again.
ethosphere.
I'm going to
Okay.
perform it again. So you should stick around.
Okay.
You're now part of, uh, you know, historical Fault Lines lore. So
That's true. That's true.
eat your beans. Eat your beans within earshot of this, if you don't mind. You
I'll sit back.
tips? Got any tips before I launch?
I mean, I would if it's not too late, I think you could probably improve the structure of the song, the chords, the top line. The lyrics seem pretty vapid.
Like I just meant if you thought I should play a little faster or anything. That's beyond scope. I'm just gonna
Oh,
we'll play the song.
oh yeah. Yep. Okay.
And I think there might be a visual. We're gonna play the video with it, I guess.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna play the video over here, I think. I'm gonna hand it back over to this small child. I think it's an adult child.
Are
I
you
don't
talking
know.
about Chris Kane?
He's gonna hit the no, I don't recognize this guy. He's gonna hit play. There's somebody down here. I'm supposed to not point the camera at him, but there's a little guy who's got just dimensions are all weird. He's gonna take over. I don't know. I'm gonna go have beans in the parlor. You're doing this, right? Yeah. So he has a plan.
All right. Well, Scott Storch, it's been a pleasure and an honor. Please come back. Not anytime. Maybe quarterly. Quarterly at most. Come back quarterly.
As and when I like.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What am I looking at here, Scott?
This is the screen. It's gonna start when you start, I think.
All right. You ready?
Okay. I think you count it down and then I'll start, and then this guy is gonna start this thing.
You're a wonderful partner. You're a wonderful partner, Scott.
Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's unbelievable negotiating these things, so now every little detail seems so key. We can conceive how we'll eventually proceed from making things that doesn't seem to mean nothing at the time, at least. Traveling in lost time, stepping across fault lines. It happens easily fine. Reach out all these fault lines. I'm gonna wait till it catches up. The forward thinking somehow still hasn't seen me yet, but I'm still waiting through this on my end. All this reconnaissance reminds me I was on a mission, maybe sometime soon we'll be again, or at least pretend. Traveling in lost times, stepping across fault lines. If everything's really fine, reach out all these fault lines. It's time to get what you want. Don't get what you want. All things shifting, let's take my one. But you got it all. Traveling in lost time, stepping across fault lines. If everything's really fine, reach out all these fault lines. Traveling in lost time, stepping across fault lines. If everything's really fine, reach out all these fault lines.
Whoa.
Hey, you're back, Chris.
Hey. Yeah. My God. That Storch dude
How's Storch
is
doing? How's Storch doing?
crazy.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
She,
He came in here. I mean, he came in here. He made a lot of demands. He kind of, he really tore the place up. He was very rude. And he's still
how long you
here.
think?
I don't want
How
to.
long you think he's sticking around? Yeah, I mean,
I don't know because he actually arrived yesterday, which he wasn't supposed to. He was supposed to come this morning. Yeah, he
I
was
mean at
supposed to come
earliest,
like
I
a
would
couple,
assume. I guess he
yeah, a
needed
couple
help
hours.
putting together a slideshow of
He was supposed to come.
Saskatchewanisms.
That's right. He had his Sask sayings or whatever, which don't none of them make any sense. And then
Yeah, I mean,
they the
just between you and I,
slides.
did editing the
Oh,
slides affect my
disgusting.
understanding of the phrases at all? Because I wasn't.
Well, they affected your understanding in the sense that you have been spared a repulsive awareness of human darkness. Uh, they were disgusting, and he pulled them off of. Like, I'm worried about the fact that he used my web browser to find these images.
Oh yeah,
It was nasty, nasty stuff.
that's
And
why you need some sort of VPN situation, Chris.
I had never thought about that before, but if I have Scott Storch over again and I let him use my internet, I certainly will. I certainly will.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says he wants to come visit. He was just saying that he really likes the look of your lake there, and he wants to come visit.
There's a lagoon, first of all, in the Everglades,
Yeah.
hundreds of miles from the nearest human. So,
I mean, I recommend you put him off.
yeah, I mean, first of all, there's only room for one Scott Storch in South Florida, and believe me, we've got plenty of one.
it's yeah. You've got the real Scott Storch. Don't get this fucking guy down there. Listen. I liked this guy when we did the video and everything. He was very gentlemanly on set. I think that may have come down to the fact that he had that big burly manager dude who was kind of keeping him in line, which
Well,
was weird at the
we gave him
time.
a case of black beans when upon arrival, so he was
That's right. He had the
contented.
black beans. I didn't even think about that because I think this visit was more like his manager didn't come, and so it was just him, and he was so fucking weird.
Off the chain.
He tore the place up. Just a bad, bad. I mean, we've had security up here all day, just coming and going, building security, just all my neighbors have been calling security all day. It's crazy.
Mhm.
I I guess I wouldn't worry about him in the middle of a lake, but otherwise, I don't think you should have him down to your house
Well,
or your apartment or
I
whatever.
always say, a visiting Scott Storch is like a fish. He starts to stink on the first day, and he don't belong at your lake property.
Yeah, and you can't, and legally, but wait, I was gonna say legally you can't throw him into the lake, but you could a
No, you
fish.
couldn't. He's an invasive species.
Oh, okay, that's true. If it's a
Yeah,
fish from
yeah, you can't
Saskatchewan,
throw a Canadian fish in this South
you can't
Floridian
throw a
lake.
Saskatchewan fish into
That's
the
how we got
lake.
in this
Forget it.
snakehead problem that we're still
Oh,
dealing with.
we're
Shotgun and
still.
daily.
I do have high hopes that uh, after Donald Trump and President Obama before him overlooked the snakehead issue, I do hope that Joe Biden finally stares it full in the face and tackles it.
I mean, he's a
Because the
man,
snakeheads are
Chris. He's a
they're
man in his senescence. He doesn't need to deal with snakeheads at this point.
this
He's
could be
had
his
he's
legacy.
had 70 years to face snakeheads. At this point, he just wants to relax in the Lincoln bedroom. No snakeheads allowed.
This could be the Biden legacy.
Well, hey,
He
get ready for an immediate Harris presidency if he tries to take a snakehead on toe to toe.
You think the snakeheads are capable of taking up Biden?
Chris.
Listen, they're not going to put him in a room with one. I'm just saying, he could use his policy with the fish and game people to make it a little easier to net these wriggly 3 foot muscle
Remember,
fish.
a snakehead can travel on land, Chris, and Washington, D.C. is almost nothing but marshland. He's dead. He takes on a snakehead. He's dead.
I think I'm finally starting to understand
You're
why
seeing
there's been
you're seeing
such a
things my way now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess we need to spare Biden this issue. I don't know when we'll deal with it. Maybe they will die out on their own, or maybe it's going to come down to finally introducing kangaroos to North America. Those, you think kangaroos won't deal
They'll
with
box the hell out of
snakeheads?
snakeheads. They'll box the hell out of some snakeheads.
They'll put them in their pouches and cook them, and then have a delicious snakehead fish treat available for their Joeys.
What?
Those are the kids. Those are
Yeah,
the
no,
young.
I got it. No, I know.
Those are the
I
young
didn't think you
kangaroos.
meant Lawrence's and uh, is there another famous
Lauren
Joe?
Adams.
Lauren
Lauren
Adams.
Adams.
Thank you. Well, Chris, speaking of predatory local fauna, it's getting
Please
dark
do.
here, and these gators aren't getting sleepier.
They aren't getting less hungry.
It's true. So I got to get away
Okay.
from water.
Yeah. You motor yourself toward land and then run to the nearest.
Post
I don't
haste.
know how far you are from a building of any
Chris, I
kind.
couldn't be
Uh,
further. I gotta get this. I
yeah.
gotta figure out how to get my propeller back in the water. I'm doomed here.
Okay. Yeah, you're in big trouble because
Chris,
it sounds like you're
I'm
way out.
hundreds of miles from civilization here.
That's the middle of nowhere, as they
Yeah,
say.
Chris, I'm already dead.
Well, let's call it 50-50 on next week's live stream. Same time, uh, possibly not same place. I don't know. We'll see where you are.
Chris, if I can get out of here alive, I'm never coming back.
But tell us this, if you're in the ER, the emergency room, would
Oh
you
yeah,
still live stream?
you betcha, Chris. I
All
mean, look,
right. So,
I have it in my, I have a couple of clauses that do not resuscitate so I say, if they won't give me morphine, don't resuscitate me. If I
yes.
can wake up and be given anything, wake me up for that.
Even, yeah, even a Tylenol.
They can give me like a PM Tylenol though.
I believe that's known as a wake and bake clause.
Yeah. And then the other one was what was I initially?
Live
Oh, if
live
I can't
stream
live
at
stream, if I can't
it's a
live
live stream
stream,
at location. Yeah.
if I can't
Yeah.
live stream, let me lie fallow. Is that a medical? Is
Yeah.
that it?
Well, it's let you lie in your stream, which is usually reference to either blood or urine. Um, but yeah, that is common with American insurers nowadays. So you have a live stream um, note on your file,
Yeah.
on your
Either
on your
way,
Medi file.
yes. Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Smart,
Yes.
smart. I need to do that. Yeah. Well, okay. I
I
mean, it
actually
looks
might
like
stick around and see if I can
yeah.
pull a couple more of these out of the drink
If it's
before I take
possible,
off.
someone threw. If it's possible, it wasn't just a bottle, but a case that got thrown in. Yeah, you might want to keep fishing.
Chris, I've got just the gear for it.
All right, brother. I wish you luck. Bring one back for me if you
Oh yeah.
catch three. That's my rule. You know my rule.
You're not a greedy man, but you know more than two is going to go to waste with me because I open a bottle of wine the minute I see it.
Yes, you do. Yeah, on site. It's a rule. It's beyond that. It's like you came out of the
As
womb opening bottles of wine.
as long as I got one of these Brookline automatic openers, that thing's mine.
And but that's not all the time, right? You don't always have one of those, do you?
Yeah, I usually just break them and let God sort
Yeah.
them out.
Yum, yum, Keith.
Mm, that's a good year. That's a good year was in this swamp.
I hope you're not referencing the tire.
No, no, the
Oh,
vintage of the
oh.
fucking Chateau Saint Michel.
Well,
Mm,
I just love
mm,
to see it.
mm.
I'll love to see you throw it back.
Brother, I'll try to pull you one of these little mackerels out as soon
That'd
as
be
I
great.
can.
That'd be great.
I got a net for your wine.
I'm not going to whine about the net on this deal. I don't know.
No, that was good. That was nothing.
I mean, what else?
That
I
was
didn't have a
nothing.
lot to work
That was
with.
nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, I only gave you so much wordplay to wriggle within.
There were like three words to
Yeah,
use.
you maximize.
All right. All right.
Take it easy, buddy.
Well, yeah, you get out of that gator swamp.
Ah, oh yeah.
Alive, I hope.
Wow. Hey, at this point, I'd take
You
any
take 10,
result.
yeah.
Any exit's fine with me. Bye, Mike.